All right, so today we're going to talk about spiders, and our book that will help us is The Very Busy Spider. So I'm not going to read this book right now to you, but if you click on the spider in the picture, I bet you will find this story getting told, okay? So I'm going to show you the art part. What you'll need to do is get a piece of white paper, just like this, and we're going to create a spider web. So you will need to get your black crayon. When you make your spider web, you want to make it pretty large here. So I'm going from the middle of the paper straight down. And I'm going to make this a big fat line. So I'm going to use the eraser end here, the end of my crayon. I'm going straight down. Nice and slow and careful. I'm going to go back up. Do this a couple of times on the same line so it gets nice and dark. And it's really wide. It's not a wimpy line. It's a big line. Do you see what I did here? And then, now I'm going to turn my camera down so you guys can see me while I do this. Let's see that paper while I do this. So then I'm going to go straight across horizontal. Okay, more than once. 2 times. 3 times. Okay. Then I'm going to go diagonal. Ready? Once. Twice. Ready? Diagonal the other way. So it's an X. Once. I'm going to 3 times here because I kind of almost stay right in the middle. And here it is. I'm doing that so that it will push away the water and things when we get ready for the next step, okay? So now I'm going to start making my spider web. I'm going to start up the top right here. Still using the eraser end right here. I'm going from this line to this line, kind of at a diagonal. Just a slight diagonal like that. Okay? Now I'm going to go from my diagonal to my horizontal, down like that. Okay? Then I go from this one to this one at a time so that you get to have a nice big spider web. Now this is turned out to be a small spider web, so I might start again. I might start my web up higher, going around a little wider. Since we're drawing this, it's not going to be a big deal to have to add another ring to your spider web. We want 3 rings anyway, so I got 2 started. Now I'm going to go out to here, doing it twice. My second ring. I'm going for my 3rd ring. And the spider webs are actually kind of white and shiny, but we have to do this so we can see it when we paint it. Or not really paint it, but when we add the color. So I'm going around my spider web. Now I just need 1 more ring. So make a little one right here. Here I go. We're doing this so it really shows up, so everybody understand that we're talking about spider webs. And this is a fun time to talk about spider webs anyway, since it's fall, it's close to Halloween. It's the month of Halloween anyway. So I've got my spider web created. Now I'm going to take markers. Oh, no, not. I'm going to make my spider. What am I talking about? We need a spider for the spider web. So I want you to take any color you want. I like brown spiders, because that just seems right to me. Even though in the book, she's like an orange and green spider, or a red and green spider. So, I'll make a green one this time. How about that? I'll make a green spider. And your spider can be anywhere in the web you want, so I can make my spider right here. When you do it though, make sure you color it in really hard like you did with your spider web, so that it kind of pushes away anything we put on it. And you all know that spiders have 8 legs, right? Because spiders are not bugs, they're arachnids. 2, 3, 4, so like 5. There you go. 6, 7, and 8. Now, take that black crayon and I'll make some little eyeballs first. I have to make the head. Here we go, head. And then I'll color some eyeballs in there. And they have more than 2 eyeballs. I bet you guys knew that too, huh? So, there's my spider. There's my web. Now I'm going to take my colors, and I might choose the back half of the rainbow, my cool colors of green, blue, and violet. Okay? Or you could choose your warm colors of red, orange, and yellow. You're choosing 3 colors, either this group or this group. You're not choosing both groups. So I'm going to choose the cool colors this time. Okay, now for my cool colors, I'm going to just trace. So I'm going to start with my purple first, I think, my violet. I'm going to go around the inside of the web like this. Okay, and then I'm going to skip and go to my next color. It's a pattern with 3 colors, and you know that patterns like to repeat. Otherwise, they're not really a pattern, they're just a mess. And we don't want to make a mess, we want it to be a pattern so people recognize what we're doing. So here's my third one. And then I'm back to first color again, my A color, because it was first, it gets to be the A. And then my B color, which is my blue, that works out good, B for blue. And then my C color, which is my green. And then I'm back to my A color, violet. And I go back to my blue. Then I'm going to go down. So purple was first, then blue was second. So blue goes right here below my very first purple one. I'm not going to hop around my spider there. But that one is blue. And then I do green. And then I do my purple again. And notice as I do this, how I don't have the same color next to itself again. I've always got a different color beside it. So that's kind of a cool thing with this. And it does make it really colorful, which is why I call this the colorful spider web. And I do purple, I do green. I have to look at my pattern and figure out what I have to do next. Whew. Another little trick too, guys. From your first line, your colors kind of go down and diagonal. So I'm going out in a diagonal, out in a diagonal, diagonal. So this one right here, ideally, would be a green one as well. Okay. After green, I do some purple. Then I do some blue. And then I'm back to my green again. So, once you get all of your colors on your web, and it's somewhat colorful, not completely colorful because you're not taking care of everything yet, but you got a lot done. Then you're ready to go get yourself a little bit of water. If you look right here, I've got water. This is a yogurt cup. It's only about halfway full, not completely full. Because if you put too much water, that's just a mess waiting to happen. Okay? So, now, I hope you can find the paintbrush that should have been included with your supplies with the first delivery of, or first giving away of supplies. Okay? If you can't find it, then I'll just tell you, it makes it really hard to do this project. You have to wait until later in October when we have the second deployment of supplies, and then you can continue. But anyway, so with your paintbrush, you're going to dip it in water. And I'll put this back down so you can see. Dip it in the water. Then just paint beside the marker line, actually right on the marker line, so it kind of bleeds out a little. And you'll see a lighter version of your color start to happen. And where there's crayon, it pushes off the colored water that we're painting on our space. And I'm kind of weird because I like to do all the same color, and then I'll rinse my brush off. Because I seem to think that if I do this, the color will get better and more intense or darker. So I'm just going around to all the blue ones first. As long as my brush has some water in it, I'm good to go. I'm holding it like I hold my pencil. And I'm gently brushing those hairs across where the marker is. Don't be rough with your brush. If you're rough with your brush, you're going to find it has a hair loss really quick, and it won't work as well for you. So, when you're done with all your first color, go on to your second color. Rinse your brush, shake it in the water, and then do the second color. And do the same thing. Try to go around as far as you can before you dip it back in the water so you get it really dark. So really intensifying your colors, making it better. Oh, running out of water, out of juice here. So I'm going back in. Okay. So, when I'm all done, and I let it dry, it's up to you whether or not you color these outside areas, You can color them whatever color you want. Here, I did the opposite. I colored, but I did not paint yet. So you can see, I did a light blue with my warm colors, but this one I did my cool colors, and I have to do the background. Okay? When you're done with all this, make sure you show me on Seesaw. All right, guys? Okay, be careful, be artists, hold your brush right, and treat it with care. Don't leave it in your water cup. Lay it on the table, you're not using it. All right, see you later.